After having booked over 300 of my own flights and testing every website out there, today I'm breaking down the money-saving secrets that airlines definitely do not want you to know. The first secret is knowing exactly where to find the best flights at the best price. I used to jump between Skyscanner for direct flight filtering, Hopper for price predictions, and Kayak for their one-way ticket options known as hacker fares. But after years of testing, Google Flights has become the clear winner since it has all of these features built in. It's easy to use, and it's completely free. The date grid and price graph are my favorite tools for identifying the sweet spot for any route. They let you visually see which combinations of departure and return dates will save you the most money. Sometimes just shifting your trip by 1 or 2 days can save you hundreds. The calendar feature is equally powerful. When you click on the departure date, the calendar shows you the exact prices for every day of the month. You can see at a glance if moving your trip could cut your costs dramatically. Google's price history and tracking feature will tell you if the current price is low, typical, or high for your specific dates. If it's not showing as a low price yet, I simply toggle on price tracking, which means I'll now get an email alert the second the fare drops. You get total cost transparency since you can also filter for results to show you the price, including carry-on and checked bag fees, so you aren't at the final booking page suddenly seeing the flight costs $50 more than you expected because you added a carry-on suitcase. Once you found the flight you want, Google also links you directly to the airline website to purchase, which you always want to do. The second secret is to book your flights earlier than you might expect, especially this year. Previously, I'd recommend booking domestic flights a couple months out and international flights about 6 months out. But this year is throwing all the usual trends and rules on flight prices out the window. Crazy global situations keep coming up, and it doesn't look like they're ending anytime soon. You've likely noticed that the most recent global news has caused our gas prices to absolutely spike, and you better believe that the airlines are passing that cost on to us. To avoid these surging costs, consider booking summer flights immediately, particularly for trips planned in June and July. If your plans are flexible, consider vacationing in August when demand is lower, and often, therefore, flight ticket prices tend to be lower. Even if your travel plans are not set in stone, you still might want to be booking that flight as soon as possible. On many U.S. airlines, as long as you don't book their cheapest basic fare, usually called basic economy, you can change your flight without a fee if your plans change later. If you need to cancel, you can typically get credit for the full trip to use on a future booking. Just make sure you read the fare restrictions for the class you're booking and always book directly on the airline's website. Airlines have to play by DOT rules to protect travelers that other random websites like Expedia and Priceline don't have to follow. The next secret is to consider booking 2 one-way tickets as opposed to booking a round-trip flight. Don't assume a round-trip ticket is always the cheapest option, especially on domestic flights within the United States. By searching for one-way flights separately, you can uncover better deals and gain the flexibility to mix and match airlines for maximum savings. Imagine you're booking a flight from Atlanta to New York. You might find that Airline A has a low outbound fare of $57, but the return flight on your desired date has spiked to $130. However, a quick search shows that Airline B offers a return flight for only $60. By mixing airlines, you're getting the lowest price on your departure flight and the lowest price on your return flight. Another secret strategy to get the best price on your flights would be to check alternative routes as well as alternative airports that you could fly into or fly out of. Flying into or out of a nearby hub can sometimes cut hundreds off the total price. For example, if you're traveling to or from the New York area, don't just limit your search to JFK. Be sure to check Newark and LaGuardia, as price differences between these 3 hubs can be significant. You might even consider a positioning flight, which is a cheap short-haul leg you book to a larger hub specifically to catch a much less expensive long-haul flight. For example, Imagine you want to fly from Washington, D.C. to London, but the direct flights are currently priced at $1,100. If you see that JFK in New York has a deal to London for only $550, you could book a separate $120 positioning flight from D.C. to New York to catch that deal. Even with the cost of the extra flight, you've saved over $400 on your trip to London. Let us know down in the video comments where you plan to fly to next. And while you're down there, consider hitting the subscribe button as it's a free way to support Ollie and me, and it also helps more travelers find this content. So we really appreciate it. The fifth secret is if you are accumulating any credit card points or airline points, now might be a good time to consider using them. There's a tool that makes this incredibly easy. The free browser extension called PointsPath that displays award pricing alongside cash prices for select airlines right in Google Flights. It tells you which transferable points can be used with the airlines it supports and suggests when to book a paid rate versus using points. This tool simplifies determining when to use cash or miles, and it's completely free. The next secret is a little bit more advanced, but I promise you it is worth it, and I have had amazing savings. This would be by using a VPN to unlock hidden flight deals. Airlines often adjust their ticket prices based on where they think you are physically located when booking. The seventh secret is to monitor your flights after booking and get a refund if the price drops. Every couple of weeks after I've booked a flight, I'll quickly check in on the most recent flight price and see if it's dropped. If the price drops, I can often cancel, get the difference back as a credit with the airline or cash. It takes just a few minutes, and I've easily saved hundreds of dollars doing this over the years. In some cases, you don't even have to cancel and rebook your flight at the cheaper price. Several airlines will actually give you credit if the price drops after you book. Southwest makes it incredibly easy to reprice your flight if the cost decreases, since you can change your flight to the same one you originally booked online with no fees. American Airlines will reprice your ticket for a less expensive fare and give you the difference as a trip credit. Delta will also reprice eligible tickets, and the difference comes back as a credit. Even Alaska Airlines offers price adjustments depending on your fare type. The key to this strategy is booking flexible fares that are going to allow you to change your flight or cancel your flight without a penalty, and then checking back periodically to see if you can get some money back. If you like this video, you'll love this one where I break down the free flight upgrades and comfort hacks that make any economy flight 1,000 times better, but most travelers don't even know about them. I'll put it on the screen now and link it in the description for you to watch next. Don't forget to hit subscribe to join Ollie and me back here for more travel tips and hacks each week, and we will see you in that next video soon. Bye.